China's phone network hack, a global concern. Hold on to your burner phones, folks, because things just got a little too real in the world of cyber espionage. China has been accused of orchestrating a massive hack, infiltrating phone networks across the globe. We're not talking about your grandma's landline, people. This is about major telecommunications companies, the backbone of global communication. The operation, dubbed Salt Typhoon by those who love dramatic code names, has sent shockwaves through the international community. This isn't just about stealing data, although there's plenty of that going around. It's about the potential for disruption, for listening in on conversations, and for gaining a strategic advantage. Basically, it's the kind of stuff that makes you want to switch back to carrier pigeons. But before you release a flock of feathered friends, let's dive deeper into this digital dust-up. Inside Salt Typhoon, unmasking the cyber espionage operation. So how did they pull it off? Well, Salt Typhoon wasn't about brute force, it was about cunning, stealth, and exploiting vulnerabilities. The hackers, suspected to be backed by the Chinese government, although they deny it faster than a politician denies taking lobbyist money, gained access to telecom systems through a series of sophisticated maneuvers. Think of it like this. Imagine your phone network is a house. Instead of kicking down the front door, these hackers found a loose window latch, snuck in, and started making themselves comfortable. They were able to intercept calls, potentially even accessing the content of messages. And yes, before you ask, they were targeting high-value individuals like government officials. It's like a bad spy movie, except it's real life, and the stakes are way higher than a shaken martini. Espionage and trade wars, the geopolitical stakes. This hack isn't just a tech story, folks. This is about geopolitics, power plays, and the increasingly tense relationship between the US and China. Some experts believe that Salt Typhoon might be a form of retaliation, a digital jab in the ribs in response to the ongoing trade war and tech rivalry between the two superpowers. Others argue that it's just China doing what China does, trying to gain any advantage it can in a world where information is power. Whatever the motive, one thing is clear. This hack has raised serious concerns about cyber espionage, national security, and the vulnerability of our digital infrastructure. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that in the 21st century the battleground isn't just on land, sea, or air. It's in the ones and zeros that make up our digital lives. Section 4. The importance of data protection in the digital age. In a world where our data is more valuable than gold and often less secure, what can we do to protect ourselves? First off, don't panic. Unless you're a high-ranking government official or a CEO with secrets juicier than a WikiLeaks dump, you're probably not the primary target of state-sponsored hackers. That said, it's always a good time to up your cybersecurity game. Use strong, unique passwords for all your accounts, and no, password 123 doesn't count. Enable two-factor authentication wherever possible, because 2 layers of security are better than 1. Be wary of phishing emails and suspicious links. And hey, if you're feeling really paranoid, you can always go full-on analog and start writing letters in invisible ink. Just make sure you remember where you put the lemon juice. Section 5. Safeguarding your data, practical steps for individuals and businesses. Okay, so we've covered the basics of personal cybersecurity. But what about businesses? How can they protect themselves from becoming the next victim of a Salt Typhoon-style attack? First and foremost, invest in robust cybersecurity measures. Think of it as an insurance policy for your data. Train your employees on cybersecurity best practices, because human error is often the weakest link in the chain. Regularly update your software and systems because those security patches aren't just there for decoration. And consider implementing a zero-trust security model, which assumes that no one, not even your dear old grandma, can be trusted by default. In the digital Wild West, it's time to circle the wagons, folks. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay secure.